You there, boy? What day is this?
Christmas Eve, sir.
What year?
You fickle something.
Kids. But to be fair, the Doctor should not be surprised at this reaction. After 907 years, give or take a regeneration or two, he should probably be aware that this is a question that will immediately raise some questions of the, hey, you're weird variety.
Year of our Lord, 1851, sir.
Right. Nice year. Bit dull.
Only if you ignore the publishing of Moby Dick, the founding of the New York Times, and the first ever photographing of a solar eclipse. But sure, it was a bit dull in the UK, so let's just write off the whole year.
Who, me?
Getting this excited to hear someone scream your name outside of a bedroom.
I'm the Doctor.
Dr. O!
Just the Doctor.
The Doctor probably sounded like a pretty badass alias when he first left Gallifrey, but at this point, wouldn't it make more sense to change it to Doctor Who? No, just the Doctor. Yes, it's bigger on the inside. No, it's not an actual screwdriver. Yes, I have great hair. And just save us all some time.
I'm the Doctor. Simply the Doctor. The one, the only, and the best.
Vanity by proxy.
Oh, that's new.
The writers of this show very naively thought that having the faux Doctor exclaim this would trick the audience into believing that this mildly steampunked Cyberman mask on an IKEA rug would qualify it as something new to enjoy. It did not.
I've been hunting this beast for a good fortnight.
Doctors who mention a good fortnight without then flossing.
Then I suggest you let go, sir.
What? They look at least 3 stories high and the not doctor suggesting he could just let go? Do you want regenerated ants? Because this is how you get regenerated ants. How do both doctors crown this window and breach instead of head first like they were clearly hanging just seconds ago? 2 sets of doctor bottoms survive this.
But you're the Doctor. The next Doctor.
Roll commercials.
Although, hope I don't just trip over a brick. That'd be embarrassing. Then again, painless. Worst ways to go.
To be honest, the brick itself has very little to do with the pain part of dying. For example, tripping over a brick into a pile of pillows would be amazing. However, not amazing? Tripping over a brick into a swirling vortex of nothingness filled with the memories of every missed opportunity and every poor decision you've ever made, while being prodded with a million toothpicks as you scream from the bottom of your lungs, please make it stop, make it stop. Or having to watch the trial of a Time Lord, as it's more commonly known.
But I've heard all about you, Doctor. Bit of a legend, if I say so myself.
Modesty forbids me to agree with you, sir, but yes. Yes, I am.
Oxymoronic modesty. Oxymorodesty?
Ah, don't blink. Remember that? Whatever you do, don't blink. The blinking and the statues.
Hey guys, remember that really good episode, the one everyone loves? Hold on to that memory while you watch this far less entertaining episode. Also, as if the evil cyborgs weren't enough, now we're referencing the over-emotional angel demons too? Too many nemesis, Doctor? And we haven't even mentioned the sociopathic trash cans yet.
It's been a pleasure, Mr. Smith.
This man has had the vast majority of his memories wiped away, but for some reason is happy to leave behind the one person who seems to be able to help him fill in the gaps.
The CyberKing will rise. Indeed.
Wait, what was that look? Was that a Robona reference? Is someone just a bit too excited to play with their new erector set? This League of Extra Bored and Starry Gentlemen scene clops on for some time.
Now, with the house empty, I shall effect an entrance at the Rio.
Title of my sex tape?
This is hardly work for a woman.
The next Doctor survives this.
The memories of a Time Lord can be contained within a watch. Do you mind? It's said, if it's opened.
Oh, maybe not.
Clock teases.
They are Infostamps.
Ah, yes, Infostamps, the latest in a long line of convenient Whovian technology, famously preceded by plot propellers, disbelief suspenders, and nick of time pieces.
I've seen one of these before.
Did Elon Musk attempt to fly it to space?
I beg you, John. Help me.
Ah. 2 words I never refuse.
I know a fair amount of wearing, a few thousand vervoids, and a young man from Alzarius that would take issue with that statement. Discount Daleks. Also, I find it hard to believe that the clunking boots of the Cybermen would have gone unnoticed, which means they must have already been in position and hung around just long enough for the Doctors Who to find the clues they need and bond a bit before attacking. How thoughtful.
I think we should run.
The Doctor tells someone to run, cliché. Are the Cyberpersons programmed to wait to knock down doors until the Doctor is nearby? Because this is the 3rd time this has happened and the timing is an iron giant convenience. What exactly was the Doctor expecting from this umbrella? That it would summon Mary Poppins? It was secretly Sonic? Mjolnir in disguise? Engaging in close quarters combat with zappy-handed murder bots instead of continuing to run away while their speed is still set to Michael Myers.
Bestowing your beneficence upon the poor.
Bestowing your beneficence upon the poor, or anybody, without their explicit consent.
But that's why the late Reverend Fairchild had to die.
Miss Hardigan spends a fierce amount of time mustache twirling and plan explaining instead of immediately sending in the Cyberdyne rejects. Does she not realize I have to wait until this is over before I can enjoy my leftover turkey sandwiches? Get on with it! These prigs in a poke just stand here waiting to die instead of trying to escape. Not saying they would have made it, I'm just saying there's probably a better strategy than mull around quizzically until the villain clearly exposits your death.
What about the TARDIS?
Oh, she's ready. Come on.
I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, my dear doctor, I'd suggest you lower those expectations quite drastically. Just a bit of advice I wish I'd had ahead of the reveal of a f***ing hot air balloon instead of a shiny new TARDIS to geekasm over. Also, that's right, I said TARDIS. We go by the every acronym letter must be pronounced like the word it's from dictate, passed down after the GIF wars of the 2040s. It was all settled at the New Geneva Convention in 2047.
And where's the TARDIS now?
In the yard.
What's all this luggage?
Little known fact, originally the title of this episode was slated to be David Tennant Just Walks Around Asking Questions, but some marketing company thought that was too long.
Doctor, the answer to all this is in your TARDIS. Can I see it?
Mr. Smith, it would be my honor.
Replacing a Tennant with a Smith.
TARDIS. TARDIS. It stands for Tethered Aerial Release, Developed in Style.
Then I believe you mean TARDIS. Also, why did he choose to build a balloon in the first place? And why would the acronym change? Lake's memories have been wiped and replaced with the Doctor, so shouldn't he be hard at work building a blue wooden box?
Mr. Cole, Mr. Scoons, Mr. Fetch, and Mr. Milligan.
She sounds like she's either starting a joke or a logic puzzle, and honestly, it's a sin either way. Also, we're halfway into this Christmas special, and the Doctor has been more involved in solving the case of the pointing spider who meme than whatever is going on here. So honestly, every time it cuts to the devil in the red dress, my brain says, skip!
Little test. Turn right. Turn left.
Considering Miss Hardigan didn't specify how much they should turn, shouldn't the turn left command have put them back into their original stance instead of making them do a full 180-degree turn? Yes, I'm watching a scene where a group of individuals is being mind-controlled by steampunk Bluetooth headsets to do all the bidding of cybernetic suits of armors from space, and I'm taking issue with the trigonometry of it all. Are you really surprised? Instead of mentally coercing a human to operate this carriage, Miss Hardigan has opted for the far more conspicuous Cyber Wookiee option, and of course, no one will notice.
The story begins with the Cybermen.
If you looked up the ingredients for Doctor Who Christmas specials, the top ingredient would be Doctor Who sits down and explains some Who lore to unknowing humans, followed closely, of course, by monosodium glutamate. That shit's in everything these days.
But it's everything you could want to know about the Doctor.
Well, everything you could want to know about the Doctors that have appeared on screen so far. Spoilers, sweetie. Also, where did the Daleks even get this footage from? And why would they need it? This should just be a bunch of text describing all the ways the Doctor has defeated them next to an infographic explaining how stairs work.
The invention, building a TARDIS, that's all you.
The hot air balloon as we know it can be traced back to France in the 1780s. All Lake here has invented is a new way for the English to steal credit for something that already exists, like biscuits.
Sorry. Really, I am so sorry.
The Doctor tells someone he's sorry, cliché.
Midnight.
So we're just naming the best Doctor Who episodes of all time now? Are you genuinely trying to make me realize how poorly this one compares?
The Doctor needs help. There should be someone at his side.
Yes, because it's not Doctor Who unless he has a squishy human at his side with a distinct lack of regenerative abilities to make saving the world significantly more difficult. Hey Doc, just try to make sure this one doesn't get blown into space, prematurely aged, or married off to a barbarian king. There's a good chap.
All the sewage runs through there, straight into the Thames.
River Pong.
Oh, that's cheating, sneaking out. Do you have your legs on silent?
The writers seem to believe that acknowledging a plot convenience will excuse them from relying upon it. It will not.
You can be quiet. I doubt he paid you to talk.
Rosita could be the most ineffectual companion we've ever seen. I love the actor, but she's given nothing to work with. Not even a witty response to this put down from Hardigan. I get that Lake needed a companion to finish the Whool package. I just wish the writers had bothered to create one worth caring about.
I'm the Doctor.
Doctor Who says, I'm the Doctor, cliché. At this point, I'm thinking about starting up a Doctor Who bingo card for these Christmas specials. Feel free to show your interest in the comments, and I'll send one out to you last year. Man, JL is all over the place. Goes from arrogantly thinking he's the Doctor to traumatically mourning the death of his wife, and now to full-on convenient deusing these literal ex machinas badassery in the span of an hour.
Tell your masters, we're not waiting till dawn. The CyberKing will rise tonight.
Of all the Mondasianine ideas, why in the name of the good Vord our Savior are you waiting until dawn in the first place? Showing brain.
A dimension vault. Stolen from the Daleks again.
Apparently this year the Cybermen are sponsored exclusively by the Daleks. They're meant to be a highly intelligent race of cybernetic organisms, but between this copper-nippled doodad and the expositional info tubes, the Cybermen have barely had to do a damn thing for themselves. Since when did they become the Packlids of the Hooniverse?
Jackson, is this it? The thing you couldn't remember?
I don't think so. I just can't see.
It's like it's hidden.
Like some sort of scriptwriter needed to hold that information for an underwhelming surprise later.
There's a hot pie for everyone if you like it!
I don't know, man. I was thinking about sticking around. Kind of looking forward to watching all of these other kids die a painful death by electrocution before I'm turned into a stompy murder man. What flavor pie are we talking about here? Where are all the cyberpunks? There's apparently a legion of roided C-3POs up here hailing their new queen and only one guarding the entire workforce that their plan hinges upon. Melodrama of melodrama is melodrama to increase melodramatic melodrama. Cliché. Melodrama.
But he's alive, Doctor! Frederick! Come on!
And of course, he just happens to be the only child to stay behind, even as all the other children around him fled, like the good little obedient plot device he is.
It's under the water! There's something in the Thames!
Is it feces? Because I bet it's feces.
It's a CyberKing!
The CyberKing is what?
Great question. It's apparently an Iron Giant ripoff where instead of being several different killer robots with the ability to accomplish many tasks, it's one large robot that can accomplish a single, much less flexible task because it looks cool. Designed by Apple, I'm guessing. The Doctor Who franchise has given us some great science fiction stories for over 50 years, but even in the 21st century, I'm taken out of the adventure by these overambitious attempts at special effects. The TARDIS is a work of set design artistry. The Doctor is always an enthralling on-screen presence, but shit like this doesn't even belong in Wallace and Gromit.
Jackson, you've got your son. You've got a reason to live.
Cool. I think I'm understanding now. In order to have a reason to live, I need to create offspring. Got it. Thanks, pop culture.
People of the world, now hear me.
People of the world? How are they supposed to be hearing this? There's no radios or televisions to transmit through. You'll barely be heard on the other side of the Thames, let alone the rest of the planet.
Your governments will surrender. And if not, then behold my power.
Ultimatums are great, but they work better if the governments in question are aware they exist, and if you hold fire on the death and destruction until they've at least had an opportunity to respond. At this rate, the only way she'll create an army of cyber people is by spooning the squishy remains of humanity into suits of armor one ladle at a time.
It's the TARDIS.
In the name of Rassilon's rabid rabbits, what the hell is he doing? Sure, hot air balloons are cool, but how about we try the actual f***ing TARDIS? You know the one, blue box, bigger on the inside, capable of actual directional flight.
Miss Hart again? I'm offering you a choice.
This conversation is a lie. All they should be able to hear through the engine and clonking gears is...
Why would I leave this place?
Because if you don't, I'll have to stop you.
At some point, they could just cut these two lines out and put them in every Who story arc ever. I'm just saying it would save on production costs, probably.
Then I have made you a failure. Your weapons are useless, sir.
Premature cyber rating.
He's killed it! For whatever he did, he's killed it!
And now it will stumble around stomping houses and killing a few dozen more people before he actually magically hoozes it away, and all hail the savior of the earth. If the wand of time warping can just poof the Cyber Giant into a vortex of doom, what was the point of all the mind opening and vaporizing a few seconds ago? I get that the Doctor had to get up here to give Hartigan the chance to surrender, but by Gallifrey, that was an unnecessarily painful way to go.
But not once, no sir, not once, not ever has he ever been thanked.
Citation needed.
But no more. For I say to you on this Christmas morn, bravo, sir!
Bravo does not mean thank you. Bravo means great job or well done. You can actually tell someone they did a good job without being thankful to them, like Requiem for a Dream, for example. Bravo, Aronofsky, but no thank you.
Well, this is nonsense.
The governor would be excellent at TVSins.
Deleted! That felt great. What's next?
Guaranteed fresh. Tony fish away, and it comes back to me.
Oh, that's new.
What the sh**?
At this time, the males are totally docile, a united and cooperative team. They brace against the storm by merging their 1,000 bodies into a single mass.
Do you mind my asking? Is that your sonic screwdriver?
Or are you just pleased to see me?
Oh, it's just me whistling.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
In all these years, not one of you has asked my first name.
Just say it.
There she is, the TARDIS.
What the sh**?
You know what I'm talking about.
You know all about me, and I know all about you. I don't care about any of that. We're here to move forward.
Oh, look what you did, you little jerk.